This video will briefly explain the setup task instructors should do in a Canvas course. There are 3 sections to this video: required task, highly suggested task, and long-term management tasks to make the Canvas course run smoothly. Look for the new instructor logo on each side for the specific wording to find more explicit step-by-step instructions from the online guide. You can also pause the video to scan QR codes for specific links. Required task. The course homepage is the first view students will see when they enter a course. It should include essential information students need first: course title, course materials, modality of how Canvas is used, instructor contact, etc. Instructors must use a front page before selecting the page's front page option. Additionally, only published pages can be set as the front page. The syllabus communicates to students exactly what will be required of them throughout the course in chronological order. Instructors can type syllabus content into the rich content editor or attach a syllabus file, such as a Word or PDF. Published grade items auto-populate with due dates and times at the bottom of the syllabus tool page, the calendar, and the to-do list on both the desktop version and mobile app. If weighted gradebook categories are used, these percentages will also display in the syllabus tool page. Instructors have the option to update due dates and availability for multiple assignments and assessments at one time. Instructors can only move dates forward, not backward. If dates are overshot, instructors must manually fix each assignment date. Instructors can verify links to course content throughout the course to ensure they are valid. Use the Course Link Validator, which searches through the course content and returns invalid or unresponsive course content links in both published and unpublished content. Please note that some links flagged as unresponsive are inaccessible by Canvas servers but will still work for students. Instructors must publish a course before students can access it and its contents. Students cannot see unpublished items. Students and instructors are added via registrar import twice a day at 12 p.m. and 8 p.m. Current term and published courses appear at the top of your dashboard page, while unpublished courses appear at the bottom. The missing submission policy lets instructors automatically apply a grade for all missing submissions in the gradebook. A submission is labeled missing when the assignment is an online submission type, the due date has passed, and it has not been submitted. Only submissions with a status of missing are affected by the missing submission policy. The missing submission policy is set per course. Highly suggested task. Instructors can control which links appear in course navigation, which helps meet accessibility requirements by reducing unused content on the screen. Canvas includes a set of default course navigation links that are shown and cannot be renamed, such as modules, gradebook, etc. Instructors can also drag and drop the order of the tools in the navigation panel. A rule of thumb is to order tools from top to bottom, placing the most frequently used tools at the top. Instructors can add a rubric to the assignment to help students understand expectations for the assignment and how instructors intend to score their submissions. If instructors want to use the rubric for grading in the Speed Grader, select Use this rubric for grading assignment checkbox. This will auto-calculate the score as instructors click on criteria levels of the rubric and send the score to the gradebook. Instructors must set these settings before grading, otherwise the comments and scores in an existing assignment with a rubric will be overwritten once the rubric is edited. Classic Quizzes is an older tool within Canvas that West Liberty University turned on solely for the import process from the Sakai LMS, since all new Canvas clients default to the new Quizzes tool. However, Canvas is planning to disconnect the Classic tool, so all West Liberty instructors will need to migrate any existing Classic quizzes. Quizzes that are not migrated will be assignable to students but cannot be edited. All approved online master courses have been migrated already. Look for the solid colored quiz icons as this indicates the new tool version. Many current textbook publishers use the new Quizzes tool for import banks. Some online master courses may have Lucid white chart activities. These are created for both group interactions and individual assignments. Look for the unpublished module that says Instructors, click here, with instructions on how to get copies of the group activities. Instructors will need to create fresh copies in their Lucid accounts to embed into Canvas modules. These steps do not apply for Lucid assignments assigned to individual students through the Assignments tool, as these will make fresh copies each term. When a peer review has been assigned, students will view a notification in their dashboard to do, sidebar, or activity stream. Students will also receive an email notification. Peer reviews can have due dates in addition to the original assignment due dates. If a rubric is included, students are only required to complete the rubric as their review. The rubric score is used for an assessment opinion only. Instructors must view the assignment and assign the final grade. Students can also get points for completing a peer review. Instructors can set how many peer reviews each student must do and the number of points for each review. This creates a separate gradebook item in addition to the original assignment gradebook. When a peer review is assigned to a submission on paper or no submission, the peer review will allow instructors to manually allocate pairs of students. Then instructors create rules on how the students are paired or not paired. On April 24, 2024, the Department of Justice released the final rule on specific requirements about how to ensure the web content and mobile apps to be accessible for people with disabilities. Previously, digital course content could be made accessible on a case-by-case basis via individual student request. Now the expectation is that the digital content meets all accessibility at its initial release, so students do not need to request. Follow the QR code to access a fact sheet that gives a summary of the rule. Because institutions can be sued for non-compliant ADA content, Canvas includes an accessibility tool that detects common accessibility errors within a course against a curated selection of criteria. Rather than a checklist of total level-specific compliance, it focuses on the high-level rules that most frequently affect users. The Accessibility Checker scans pages and announcements. Instructors can use the Accessibility Checker to design a course while considering accessibility attributes. Follow the QR code for instructions on how to use Microsoft's native Ability Checker for Word, PowerPoint, and other files. Users can view their current courses on the All Courses page. Past and future enrollment courses in Canvas are also accessed here. The All Course page displays information about each course, including its original name, a nickname, its term, your role in the course, and whether the course is published. However, students are not able to submit work in concluded courses. West Liberty asks that instructors do not edit concluded courses, as these serve as a historical record of that course section. Any edits needed for future courses can be made in a sandbox or a new section when available. Long-term task. Within modules, instructors can view the progress of students and see how they are progressing through the course. West Liberty has found many students are skipping instructional pages to jump directly to assignments only. Module progress is determined by students completing required elements in a module. If instructors don't set up any requirements, they won't be able to track students' progress within each module. Required elements may include requiring students to view a page, submit an assignment, or earn a minimum score on an assignment or quiz. If students fall behind when prerequisites are set, instructors can extend due dates for specific graded items. The comment library allows instructors to save and reuse frequently used text feedback in the SpeedGrader. Instructors can add new comments and delete existing comments in the library. Assignment comments must be submitted manually before they can be viewed by students. Comment library entries are specific to the user who created them and are not shared with teaching assistants or other instructors in the course. When viewing weekly online activity in course analytics, instructors can send a message to students whose participation are among two specific criterion: did or did not view a resource, and did or did not participate with a specific resource. Message recipients are automatically populated based on selected criterion as well as any applied filters. Sent messages can be viewed within the Sent folder in the Conversations inbox. Messages sent to more than one student are sent as individual messages. Instructors can view a course the same way a student views a course through Student View. Some items that include interactions do not work with the test student. Student View will only see what the instructor allows students to see. If you have questions or feedback about this content, please submit a help ticket to the Center for Teaching, Learning, and Online Education. Faculty can visit CETLO's SharePoint site for information, tutorials, and etc. Follow the QR code to access the full Canvas LMS instructor guide.